Yeah, good evening to everyone. Welcome to pantechelearning. So once again, good evening to everyone. Welcome to pantechelearning. Please check with my voice. Hope I'm audible to you all people. And this is about theoretical and practical session based on the 5G communication. How we'll start the session and how we can improve the communication like fast operation and present days. We can check here. So please check with my voice. Yeah, good afternoon to everyone. Good afternoon to people. Sahna, good afternoon to Ajay. Can you please check with my voice? Raji, good afternoon. Thank you. Thanks for giving a response in chat box. Yeah. So this is about 2 hours workshop based on the 5G communication. So it's not about the second class. It's about a full workshop of 5G communication and how we will start the communication. How we will improve the communication here within 2 hours. What we can understand, what we can gather the information within a less time. We can get information here with the practical session. Yeah, I think I'm audible. All people are telling, yeah, I'm audible. That's fine, very nice. So this session is conducted by KSRM College of Engineering Autonomous. So Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering. So this workshop on 5G wireless communication. So thanks to KSRM College. So our patron Dr. VSS Murthy, Principal Sir, thank you sir. And our convener Hemalata, HOD of AC Department, thank you. And our coordinator Dr. SL Pratap Reddy sir, thank you sir. Thanks for giving this opportunity. So we are very happy to share this information with you all people, and you can get some information about the communication. So basically we can start with the introduction part here. And before going to that, once again thanks to KSRM College and our coordinators, our principal sir and HOD ma'am. Thank you. So we can start the session with this. So now I am starting the session based on the communication. So communication is very important present days to contact with any other person or to contact any other information. If you want to get the information, anything, we have to go with the communication part. That may be a with the things or with the people or any other those things, we have to connect with the communication. So before going to the communication, today we will discuss about the contents, introduction. So we can't go directly to the 5G technology present days, right? So if you want to go with the 5G technology, first so no problem, some people are telling I can't attend the class. So this is my first class. You don't worry, you can easily understand the concept. So this is only the single day workshop. I can easily understand the concept. Okay. So here if you want to know about the 5G technology of communication, 5G wireless communication, first you have to know the basic thing. So if you know the basic thing, you can develop anything here. So that's why we are going with introduction part of how we started these technologies of the communication. So first 1G technology, 2G technology. So what is the comparison of the 1G, 2G, and next one 3G, and 4G. So every time we need updation technologies over here. So that's why we are discussing about all technologies before going to the final technology of the 5G wireless communication. And after completion of this, we can go with the wireless communication applications and what they are providing the services, and 1 to 5G. Okay, so the next one, at the end of the day, we can go with practical session here. Okay, so before going to this wireless communication, first we have to know what is the communication. So communication is nothing but, so whatever the information is transferring from one area to another area, maybe one person to another person, transmitting to receiving area, so that we can tell the communication part. Okay, in this communication we have two types of communications are there. So wired communication and as well as the wireless communication. So first I will tell you about the wired communication, then we can go with the wireless communication. So for this communication part, first we have to know wired communication. So why we started this wired communication? So first, the main thing, we started to transfer the information from one place to another place, from one person to another person through the birds. Okay, so after that, so in last previous year, a lot of in past years they have did like that, but we are getting some problems with that, and they have started so post. Okay, we can post the letter through the post office and we can send the information from one place to another place. That is the next part, and for that also we are getting issues because that may be taking time, too much of time. If we have any emergency, we can't get any information. So that's why that post information also we have updated with the communication part. In that communication part only, they got this information with the wired communication. So what we can do with this wired communication? What is the use of the wired communication? So in this wired communication, we can contact the person from one place to another place. No need to go at anywhere, and it will connect the information within a fraction of seconds or the minutes. And previous past years, you can see our grandfather's generation or great grandfather's generation, they have started like the communication, wired communication. If the person want to connect with any other person from one place to another place, so we have to call to hub area. Okay, then what will happen? If you are calling to that person, he will connect the call to whom you want to connect. Okay, but the connection, if you want to speak with the receiver person also, they will give only 1 minute or 2 minutes or 10 minutes. Okay, so but for that also we are getting the problems. We need to speak much more information with the receiver person. We want to say something, but it's not enough. So that's why after completion of that wired communication only, they have started to contact at a time to multiple people. So that is the wired communication in a second thing. So at the time only we got the landline process, and we can connect to we can call to any person throughout the country, and we can get the information what you need exactly. So that is only the wired communication. But if you are going with the wired communication, we are getting some issues with the space. So you can see now all people are using wireless earphones. We can say like earpods, earphones, okay, so earbuds, like that we are using without wire, right? Because like if you are using a wire based, means it's taking some space, and people are increasing, and the requirement is also increased percentage. So that's why what you want to do, you have to improve the updation process with the technologies. That's why in wired it's taking too much of space to connect the all people, because in past generations we have less people only used, but now all people are using for the communication purpose with the telephone technologies. Then so persons are increased, users are increased, then we are getting the complexity with the wide area, because if the people are increasing, like users are increasing, so like wide area also we should improve it, but it's taking too much of space. That's why so they have started to the wireless. But in wide also we have three things: through the space we can do, and through the earth we can use, and through the water we can use. So like that we have different options in wired, but we are getting problems with the wired communication. That's why we are going with the wireless communication. So wireless is nothing but what? Without of connection anything, any wired, any physical wired area we don't want to take for this. So directly we can connect to the space, and we can directly contact to the person from one place to another place. You are in a Hyderabad, you want to call to the Vijayawada person or any like any other areas, then how you will call? So you can directly call to the person, and they will get the information, and they can easily get the call from you. It's like a wireless communication, right? So previously we have the landline, but much more people are, only less people, 5% people only using landline, remaining 95% people are using only the mobiles. So for the telecommunication purpose, so not only for the telecommunication, for another things also we are using only wireless communication. So example purpose, mostly we can say mobile application wise, telecommunication wise, this wireless. And what we started with this wireless communication, you can see definition here what we have in a wireless communication. In worldwide, if we are not using any voice, we are using only the satellite communication. So in that satellite communication only we are maintaining the communication to transmit it to the receiver person, means so source to destination, and we can get the we can send the information from source to receiver through the space. So in this only we have started the first technology for the wireless communication is the 1G technology. And what we can do with this 1G technology? So 1G technology is nothing but the first generation of the technology in a wireless communication. And what we did with this wireless communication? So in this what is that 1G wireless communication, so they have started for the mobile communication, but if when they designed this wireless communication, they have connected like satellite communication for this, like a satellite connection they have given. And you can see the picture in the right side, we have one picture here. You can see this picture. These pictures look like a very big size, and we have we can see here one line option is there. Okay, why we are using this information? Actually this is what, so it will connect to the antennas or any satellites, so through this line, and it will connect automatically through the space. If you are typing any number, then we can type the number, we can call to the person, but only throughout the India, means only it's allow the calls to the throughout the country, not any other countries. So we have designed the 1G technology of the mobile, we can call to the person without any wireless communication. And the thing is here, what is that, we have started for only throughout the India. Okay, before going to this, so by using this information of the 1G technology only, we have used walkie talkies, remain other applications. In walkie talkies what will happen, if you are speaking anything, so the resource like a sorry, so who is a source person, like a transmitting person, that person should talk first. After that the receiver person should talk should talk something. So like that one way communication only there in a communication process, but we have improved after that. So after that we have a two-way communications. Before going to that, so this is a 1G, only 1G technology here, and here the speed also very less, 2.4 kbps only, because this is the starting thing now. So that's why we have very less speed for this, and it will connect to the people very slowly also. Sometimes we can get some noise disturbance also. And I'm telling this is the analog signal. Why I'm telling this is the analog signal? Analog signal is nothing but it's about the continuous of the signal information. whenever you're taking the continuous signal information, we have only the one way communication at the time. So that's why we have to improvise this information. Only one way communication is there, we have to go with the two way communication. And as well as we have to improvise the size. You can see the size, how much big size it is. If you are taking outside this much of the big size mobile present days, so it's not we can't impress with this size, right? So we need almost updation things. So this 1G technology was started in the USA, so there only started this information. And the next one is the drawbacks. What we have the drawbacks here. So whenever we design this 1G technology here, they have designed with the wireless, but if you designed anything also, definitely we have some bugs, definitely we have some disadvantages or the drawbacks in that. So what are the drawbacks and what we are getting the issues here, we can see. So here we have the different type of the options like drawbacks, and by seeing this picture also we can say what are the drawbacks. If you have the line, then only it will connect to the people from transmitting the receiving area, and you can see the size is very high, and whatever they are taking the materials to design a mobile, the materials quality is also very less. Okay, so and we don't have any security, because this mobile any other people also can easily take and they can use that mobile, because we don't have any security here, right? So if you see like a present days 3G or 4G mobiles, if you are taking that mobiles, there we have the security with password, pattern, fingerprint, face. But at the time we don't have any security information. We have only the one part, that is we can call to the person, we can speak, and if they are speaking anything we can listen. That is only the option, but we need to improvise for that. And the battery life is also very poor. I am telling why the battery life is also very poor, because the construction of these mobile, you can see the designing part, it's like a complexity thing. It will take too much of size, and you can see the size is very high, and then you can see the battery life is also can very less, because they have started in a first generation. Because you can see in that when they started this information, you can check battery life, it's very less, because they have started now itself, right? So that's why, so we have to improvise every time. So that's why we have to go with the second one, is second generation. So in this second generation, what we are doing, so the second generation is nothing but the 2G technology. They have started in 1991 generation, and previously we don't have any GSM module. Okay, so I will tell you about the GSM module. What is a GSM? So can you see in 1G technologies what will happen? We have only the communication part. We can't send any information through the message or the video or the voice. Okay, so we have to, if you want to send information, you can see in our mobiles present days what we are doing. If you are busy with another works, okay, then what you will do at the time, you can share the message to another people, okay, from your mobile. I'm busy, can you call after some time? So you are sending the messages. Then how you will send the messages? For that we need GSM. Okay, GSM is nothing but global system for the mobile communication. So it's used to send the information from the source to destination through the text message or the voice or the video. But whenever you're sending the video, it will take too much of it will take only less space videos it will send. Okay, so that's why I'm telling to here the 2G technology is very fine compared with the 1G technology. So we have improved with the GSM module here, and we have taken the GSM module in our mobile, and we can do the text information to the another person, and we can send the MMS multimedia messages and as well as the voice note. But the quality is very less and the capacity is also very less, I'm telling. And you can see speed 2.4 kbps is there at starting, but in 2G technology we have 64 kbps. So what is the speed and how we can calculate the speed? Here I will tell you one thing. So you have recharged with the 5 GB data. Okay, so if your mobile is 3G, you can check with the mobiles now also if you have the 3G or 4G mobiles. So if you are opening with a 3G mobile, if you are opening the YouTube or any other those things, any websites, okay, so if you are searching anything, within fraction of seconds it will give output whenever you are using 4G mobiles. Okay, if you are using 3G mobiles, it will take some time to open the website or to send the information. Okay, that is only the difference between the 2G, 3G or 4G. So here I am telling its data speed is data speed was 64 kbps. Previously it will take maybe 1 minute to open, but it will take 1 minute to send the information, but here 64 kb it will take maybe a half minute to send the information. The speed is nothing but how we are getting the information, how we are sending the information or receiving the information. It will take some time definitely. Okay, because we are going with a wireless communication, right? So definitely it will take some time, because whatever you are sending the information directly we can't send to the receiver person. In between we have some space, in that space only we have some information. That is very important here. Okay, so that purpose we are going with this 2G communications. In this 2G communication we can send the messages, and but the only disadvantage with this very less type of space videos we can send, and we can't get fast operation with this 2G technology, and we should improve that one. So these are the combinations, whatever we have, the 1G and 2G wireless communications of 2G based, 1G based mobiles. So now we are going with the 3G technology, and what we are getting the problems in a 2G technology. Which type of the problems we are getting in a 3G technology? So 2G technology, we are getting the problems with the speed, and as well as we can't send the information through the any type of online sites. Okay, but here in 3G technologies we are improving that only. Okay, we can send the information, we can receive the information, because the bandwidth is very better here, and the broadband communication also very high compared with the 2G or 3G. So that's why we are going with the 3G technology here. In 3G technology, speed is very high. We can open the world wide web communications, like websites we can open, we can open with the apps. Okay, whatever you need you can do all those things. Okay, and we have a smart mobiles with a 3G communication also. Okay, present days we have in a 2G communication also smart mobiles, but almost we can prefer only 3G or 4G or 5G, right? So that's why you can see here for this 3G communication they have started in 2000, and the speed you can see, you can check with the speed 144 kbps to 2 mbps per second. Means the speed is increasing here because we have improved with the modulation techniques here. The main thing, we will get some doubt how we are increasing the speed of technologies, how we are increasing based on the modulation techniques only we are improving. Okay, so if you want to check how we are improving the technology, like what is that, the speed of these technologies of the 2G, 3G, 4G, because of the modulation techniques only. Okay, so if you want to go with the modulation techniques, you have to check amplitude, frequency, phase modulation, and as well as bandwidth also we have to check, and we have to apply some relays here. Okay, so now for this information we are going with the smart media applications. So we can use here smartphones for these applications, and we can send any type of the information, we can search any type of the information for the audio or video or any text information by using this 3D technologies. And we have different type of the features here. What are the features we will check here? So compare with this 2G technology, we have fast operation outputs, right? And the next one is whenever you are searching anything in online sites, world wide webs. Okay, so web technologies, if you are searching anything in online, what is 5G. Like that, if you are searching anything in a online websites, so compare with the 2G, it will give very fast operation output in a 3G technology. Then how you will say? You can see in previous mobiles, if you used keypad mobiles with the web technology, like a web, Google, Chrome or anything in your keypad mobiles, if you are searching anything, if you are clicking on the search button, OK button, a hyperlink will take too much of space, time. Okay, but now you are using 3G or 4G technologies, right? Communications. Then what will happen here? So it will easily give the fast operation output here. The next one is high speed web and more security. Can I say here, this is the more security compared with the 1G, 2G? Because we can use the password here, we can use the pattern here, we can use any number here to get the security, right? For the starting of the keypad mobile, smart mobiles, we have that options only, right? After that only we got the face and as well as the fingerprint. But previously we have only password, pattern, and in password only we have two type of the password information. And in this 3G technology, we can stream the video streaming, and as well as in mobile TV we can use. So we have broadband technologies are very high compared with the 2G or 1G, and within less time only we can download the videos from the online. So but we have to improvise much more. Okay, but if it's giving compare with the 1G or 2G technology is very high, but the hyperlink will take here also some time, but within fraction of the milliseconds, microseconds I need the output. That's why we are going with the 4G technology here. 4G technology is nothing but it's like a magic thing. Whatever we need we can do, right? So present you can see a lot of apps are there for us, right? So Instagram, Twitter, okay, like we have different type of sites or there, social media sites and normal sites, okay, some security sites also there. So what we are doing here, it's like a magic thing only. Okay, previously if you need anything means you have to ask some other person, you have to take help from another person, but now no need to take any other helps, because all are available in a mobile. If it is not available also, we can search and we can get the information regarding for our requirement. Okay, that is only the advantage with the 4G technology. That's why we are telling it's a magic thing. Okay, so the whole world in our hand only there now, present days. So that's why I'm telling here the 4G technology is very high compared with the 2G or 3G or 1G. And I'm telling here the speed is very high. Why the speed is very high? You can see the capable of speed 100 Mbps to 1 Gbps. Okay, if you are download anything in your mobile, you can check, it will show kbps, mbps, something 1.4, 1.10, so 2.4, like that it will show some options over there, right? Can you check anytime, like if you are downloading any song from the online, if you are downloading any video from the online, okay? Otherwise you can check with your mobile data also, it will show some option upside 1 kbps is coming, downside arrow it will shows, and upside arrow also it will shows, sometimes downside arrow also it will shows now. That is only the information how we are getting the speed. If the speed is very high, it will shows in mbps, the speed is very less, it will show in a kbps, right? So that is the speed of the operation in a 4G technology. And here we can use the multimodal mobile information, we can use this information at anywhere, and we have integrated this wireless communication with the hardware technologies also. And we can say this is a whole worldwide broadband technology, what we have 4G technology. This is only present trendy thing, but we need to improvise much more with the much more technologies. That is only the 5G. Okay, this before going to this 5G, we will discuss about some information about the 4G technology. Okay, in this 4G technology, whatever we have the higher rates of the data, and if you want to expand anything, if you want to making changes of anything with your mobile with the fingerprints, and you can see in 4G technologies we have improvised with the fingerprint and as well as the face recognition based security, means we have much more security compared with the 1G, 2G, 3G. That's why we are going this information. And one thing I want to say, so poor quality of voice is there previously. If you're checking with the last previous mobiles also, past mobiles, if you are speaking with some another person from source area to destination area, so it will give some better quality of the voice, that's fine. But sometimes you can see it will take too much of noise disturbance, because if you're in a journey or any cloudy and any rainy part is there and full of heavy rain coming or full of heavy air sound is coming, means we'll get some disturbance sometimes. Without that also sometimes we'll get some disturbances if you are using a past mobiles. But we need to improvise that also. So that's why we are going with the 4G technology. Here the quality of the voice is very high, and we are just improving the quality of the what is that voice, and as well as you can see the picture information. Can you check, like if you are going with the YouTube, I will show you in YouTube also. In YouTube you can go with the settings. In that settings they will show some options, normal, high quality, HD quality, like that they will show some options, right? How they are showing, previously we don't have that much of options, present we have the options. How we are getting the options? Because the speed is very high. If you want to go with much more clarity of the picture quality, then you can improvise the quality by using this communication part of the 4G. That is only the important thing with the 4G. And here the LTE process also there. Okay, old process. Can you check with the old process? If you are searching, if you are checking with your mobiles, it will show some sometimes LTE and as well as volt. So what is nothing but LTE? So LTE is nothing but long term evolution. If you want to transfer the information from one place to another place with the better quality, and you can see sometimes you will get some problems with the issues of what is that, voice disturbance, right? If you are using much more towers, okay, we can get the quality of the audio, right? So some people will say now also we are getting the issues with the network technology. It's showing very low tower points here because network issue is there, like that we will say some options, right? How we are telling that network issues are there? Because so with the wireless communication also we have to take some towers. For that also we'll get some problems in 3G or 2G, but now we are getting some better quality improvement along with this information. But one thing we have to check here, the frequency we no need to improvise much more, because it will affect all those things. Whenever you are increasing the frequency, then automatically we will lose some information. Okay, so we have to check with it. We will think like we are going with the new like a fast operation generations, that's fine, but we need to control sometimes, because that may be affect with the in a future generations. We are very happy with these 4G technologies and 5G technologies, but we need to improvise with the better amplitude modulation. We have to do the amplification for that. Then only we can give better technologies, better communication to the next generation people also here. Okay, so now I'm telling you about the 4G technologies. It's LTE. LTE is nothing but a long-term evolution mobile communication here. And what we can do, we can transfer the information with the large files also. Previously you can see 1 second or 2 seconds, like that in seconds only we can send the video. But now we can send the information with the GB space and as well as MB space, and as well as we can go with the much more video seconds also. We can share the information, right? How we are storing that information, how we are sharing that big much of files to any other person. You can see this is taking 2 hours session today. Okay, if you are taking 2 hours session, in these 2 hours session is take maybe 2 GB it will take. The quality is very high, means 2 GB it will take. But if I want to send this video to you directly, I can't send. So we have some options, but we can send automatically. We can send the information from source to destination, right? How we are sending the large space data? Because of this communication we have improved with the speed and as well as much more space also we have given here. That's where we can send the information here. And here the more security is there, the capacity is very high, and cost also little bit less. It's not about the mobile phone, Apple mobile phone, compare with the feature part, like sometimes within a less cost also we can get the more information, right? That is only. But what is the problem, what we are facing the problems issues with the 4G technology? Battery uses more. Okay, we are using battery is very high, but battery lifespan is very less. Not very less, it's less, that's it. But we have to improvise that also. And hard to implement, yes, it's hard to implement. So because the designing part is very hard, so that's why. And need complicated hardware. So if you want to get the hardware materials also, we will get some problems, because so the material won't be available, means we have to stop the designing, right? So that is only the problem. And sometimes it's more expensive also. Okay, so and the next one is, you can see in LTE process or old process, LTE is nothing but what, so we have to go with the communication part. And the next one is telecommunication mobile part, we have to go. And old is nothing but, if you want to voice call through the 4G technology, for the telecommunications, we have to go with the world. Sometimes it will show voice calls also. Okay, like voice calls is nothing but, if you want to go with any information, here you can see hello Google, like that. If you are checking anything, call to the person, means automatically it's calling, right? How it's calling to the particular person, we have designed the information like that, that's it. Okay, so that information we have to do, but in 4G it's fine, but we have to improvise these things also. That's why you can see in 3G and 4G how we are getting the wireless communication based mobiles, but we have to improvise that with the 5G technology. And you can see in 4G technologies also, we have the Wi-Fi connection right over there, but the Wi-Fi connection is very less, the users are very less when you are going with the 4G technology. That's why we started with the 5G technologies here. So unlimited users with the Wi-Fi technology, and wireless or Wi-Fi technology we are using here in a 5G technology. And in this, it's very more reliable, I'm telling. Speed is very high and better range, I'm telling. So now we are like entering into the 5G technology. 5G technology is nothing but full of fast operation output. Within less time we need the output. We need to transfer the information from the source to destination within a less microseconds or milliseconds. We have to get the information what you need exactly from the online, on any websites or any apps, or if you want to send the information from the source to destination with the images, videos or the audios. Okay, so this 5G technology is very important thing, and we can improve like this with this 5G technology. Okay, in this 5G technology we have started in 2010 only, but it's not yet completed till now. Okay, it's there, but we have to improvise much more. And you can see by using these 5G technology only, we have started with this, almost no limitations are there. We can get the much more information in our mobile only, by our hand. And it's very supported to the World Wide Web. Wireless, actually World Wide Web is nothing but, we have the little bit like a what is that, less number of the people only. Now we have the unlimited customers are there, and all people need website information and as well as the mobile information. If you are searching anything or if you want to import anything, so like that we have different type of the applications. For all those type of the applications, we should use the 5G technology here. So that's why we are going with the 5G technology here. And this is only the important thing. And here we can get the more speed, and within a less time only we can import the data, we can check, and more security is there. We can import the secure information in particular drives. And if you want to communicate with any other those things also, we can communicate easily by using this 5G technology here. So we have some benefits are there. So So benefits is nothing but the advantages. Why we are using this information? You can see now present days in mobiles, in televisions, LCD or LED, what is it? Televisions. We are using Wi-Fi connection, right? At anywhere we are using, right? With the mobiles, with the what is it? With the systems and with the televisions or like a smart TVs, we are using all for all those things. Okay, so how we are using all those information because of the 5G communication technology. And here previously we don't have a HD quality print process. Now we have the HD quality improvement is there, and that is also we are getting here with the 5G technology. And the transmitting or receiving the information is very high, and large phone memory is there. Okay, previously we have only less GB space, but now we have more GB space, 120 GB, 128 GB, 64 GB. Okay, so like that, much more space is there in our mobiles also. We are improving the space by using these technologies, and we can get the full clarity within our video and audio and as well as the messages, and it will support for all information what you need present days. Now we can check with the differences between 4G and 5G technologies, and we can check the 4G and 5G technologies, and since some differences only there, we can check with that. And for this we are using Matlab communication, Matlab software here we are using. So now all those information 1G, 2G, 3G, 4G is done. So now we are going with the applications wise where we are using these 5G communications, and as well as after completion of this applications, then we can go with the practical part. At 3 p.m. we can start the practical part. Before that we can complete the applications what we have. So now I'm opening Matlab. So wait for some time. We will open the Matlab here. Go with the combinations here, like what is the difference between 4G and 5G. Now you can see technologies what we have. switching based, data rate based, and as well as the technology based. In switching based, you can see we can go with the circuit information and as well as the packet information, and data rate is also very high compared with the 4G, and technologies for the LAN, WAN, MAN we can use. Okay, so I think we know very well about the LAN, WAN, MAN, right? So LAN is nothing but local area network. So MAN is nothing but mobile area network, and as well as wide area network, WN. Okay, so for any type of the information, local area network is nothing but we can communicate the people within the place. So one hub is there, we have to connect with the all people. Okay, and the next one is we can go with what is that, public sector based, so wide area network based. Like that we have different type of the things. So now we are going with the applications of the 5G communication, 5G wireless access. You can see this picture how we are going with this applications here. You can check. So here you can see this is my tower. Okay, so for the Wi-Fi tower. So now here the billing process is there. Okay, so now through the cloud, first directly I can't send the information to the particular person. Okay, so device to device communication is not possible directly. Definitely whatever you are sharing the information, that information should share to the this main thing. Okay, like whatever we have the cloud space, to the space it will transfer the information. After that if it is receiving properly, then it will connect to the destination person. Okay, that may be for the location find outing or tracking of the vehicles or tracking of the persons or connect the calls. Okay, so like that we can do. So here the application is multiple integrated wireless access solution enabling the long term network securities. So here if you want to give any security for the long term things, okay, if you want to give any security to the particular things, whatever we have the different type of the applications, for this if you want to give the security, then we can give the security by using the wireless communication. Okay, the next one is whatever we have the features. You can see in 1G communication, the first thing we have only the analog telephone. In 2G we have the SMS, and in 3G we have video and as well as audio SMS. LTE high speed means, so whatever we have the telecommunication speed is very high compared with these things. But in 5G you can see we can up to bandwidth is very high, and multiple inputs, multiple outputs we can use for this, and cheap rates we have, and consuming battery rate also very high. I am telling here the multi-users. Can you know about these multi-users? Multi-users means multiple inputs and multiple outputs we can connect. Can you check with your WhatsApp once? If you are checking with the WhatsApp, if you want to call the person, okay, so you can call with the person, and as well as same time if you want to call to any other person at a time, 2 people or 3 people, we can easily connect. It means multiple inputs and as well as multiple outputs we can connect by using the technology here. Okay, so that's why we are moving with this information. So the next one is the comparison. So we don't want to go with the comparison because we have to go with the much more information we need along with this practical session. Okay, so that's why we are going this information. So deployment, when they have deployed phone number. Okay, so here we have to go with the comparison technologies. What? So 1G, 2G, 3G, 4G, 5G. Deployment is nothing but when I have deployed that one, when have when they have started that information, when they got the outputs, and after the what is the bandwidth and which technologies they have used and what they are providing the services. Is there any possible for the multiplexing information, and is there any possible for the switching, and is there any networks we can connect, any handoff session is there. So like that we have to do the thing. So the first one is the deployment. So deployment, you can see we have started in 1917 and 1984. The next one is we have started 2G and 3G in 19th century and as well as 2000th century. In 4G we have started in 2010. Okay, so whenever we are going this information, and we can so at the time we have deployed that information. The next one is the bandwidth. So bandwidth is nothing but what? The speed of the what is that communication, like how we can get the information, how we can send the information, how we can receive the information. The bandwidth, the speed is how much? 2 kbps, here 64 kbps. We already comparison is done already, right? So that's why I am not telling much more. And the technologies here, analog only we are used, here the digital only, but here the broadband with any type of other technologies also we are using this information. The next one is multiplexing. We are using here FDMA, CDMA. So whatever you need, every multiple access, okay, frequency division multiple access, times division multiple access. So any type of division of multiple access we can use this information. So to send the information or to say receiving the information here. So that's why we're using this. The next one is switching. So it's about the all circuit part only, and we can connect to any other type of the networks also. And it's about the horizontal, vertical. How you need at any type you can use this information. But you can see, compare all those things in 5G. We have highlighted with the color. You can see all are very high. Okay, so that's why we have to go with the 5G technology. And you can see in 1G technology this is the space, and 2G, 3G, 4G, and you can see here the 5G. So this is the speed. So that's why we have to move with the 5G technology. The next one is wireless applications. Okay, wireless based on what we have the applications we can check here. So we have applications based on the business, industry, schools, colleges, doctors and pilots, and as well as different type of the vehicles. Then how you will say, example, we can think like, yeah, you are telling that's fine. Then how you will say, how we are using in a business sector. Okay, you can go with the business sector. If you design one product, okay, so that product should be very secure. Okay, you don't want to share that information to any other person, but if you want to brand that information, then you have to go with the communication part. And as well as if you want to upload the data with the security information, definitely you should go with the wireless communication part only. The next one is industries. For industrial applications at anywhere, so we can use this information. Now you can see this application. So if you want to connect the internet to the mobiles, to the systems, okay, then what we are doing, how the internet is connecting through the cloud. So if you are turning on your mobile for the Wi-Fi connection, it should connect with the routers or anything, some mesh, okay. And after that, how we can get the net through the cloud. And okay, so from the source to destination, how we are getting the information through the routers or any other type of the Wi-Fi connections here. The next one you can see here also for the handoff, hand-on, and any type of the police applications, okay, any medical applications, and anywhere we can use. And for any trading purpose also we can use this information. The next one is if you want to track anything, okay, for the bank offices, for the police applications, for any fire accidents. So if you want to find out the particular locations or anything, if you want to communicate anything, definitely you should go with the satellite information. But how the satellite is gathering all those information, it will capture the information and it will send the information to all people. And the best example is Google Maps, right? So how we are getting the Google Maps and as well as the telecommunications is very clear because of this 5G communications only. Okay, so we can connect to the any other type of the networks also like this. So these are the applications. But before going to the practical part, so here I am telling you this is about the 5G communication. But if you how you can say that you are improving the 5G communication technologies through the bandwidth. You have to improvise the bandwidth, and you have to, how you will improvise the bandwidth based on the amplitude, phase and frequency. The frequency is very important for this, so the modulation techniques also very important. If you want to go with the modulation techniques, the modulation is nothing but when you are taking the signal, you have to transfer the information with the carrier signal. Along with the carrier signal, you have to check whether that is going in a proper way or not. Okay, that purpose what you will do here, just take one analog signal or any other type of the signal. Modulating signal is nothing but the our input signal. Further, if you want to send that information, for example, if I am calling to the particular person from source to some other area, Hyderabad to any other area, if I am calling to the person, then what will happen? Definitely it will take some time. Okay, some fraction of seconds or the minutes it will take for the connection, right? So that purpose, whatever you have the original information, you can't send that original information directly. Maybe some loss is there. Okay, so if you want to send any information, definitely you need unwanted thing also sometimes. That's why unwanted thing of the carrier, I'm just combining with this along this my input signal, that is only the modulated signal. Then we can call it as a amplitude modulation. Means whatever we have the amplitude, it will change the amplitude but not frequency and phase. So to transfer the information along with the carrier signal, then you can say so amplitude modulation. Okay, so that is nothing but the amplitude modulation. Whenever you are going with the frequency modulation, the frequency will change based on the voice thing. Okay, what is our speed, like what is our range, human range, 24 kb to 24 hertz to 24 kilohertz, right? So that is the space. So here the frequency modulation, what we can do, we can change the frequency, amplitude and the phase is same. You can see the phase is same here, right? Whatever we have the phase, that is only we are just continuing, right? But only the frequency here, space is very high, here the space is very less. Means, so here the frequency only changing, not amplitude or any phase. But in phase modulation, the phase changed. You can see here. So we have ended with the low, right? Negative signal. Again we have started with the negative signal only. Means that is only the phase modulation. So in phase modulation we can change only the phase, not any frequency or amplitude. Whenever you are taking the modulations, exactly that modulation only will change, and remaining modulations it won't change anything over here. Okay, that should be a constant. In amplitude modulation, amplitude will get changed along with the carrier signal, but the frequency and phase it won't change. In frequency, only frequency will get changed, amplitude and phase won't change. In phase, it will change only the phase, not frequency and amplitude, that both are constant. So one is continuous and remaining things are constant. So now I'm just going with the example here. MIMO encoder I'm taking, multiple inputs, multiple outputs, and how to transfer the information to the transmitting to the receiver information. So the transmitting is nothing but, I can say that is the encoding part. Whenever you're getting the original information, that is the decoding part. Okay, so if you want to send the information from one place to another place, if you are sending the text message, it won't send the text message directly to the receiver person. First it will modulate the information and it will check with the space, and after that we have to go with the demodulation, then only we can get the output in a decoder process. Okay, so what is nothing but encoding? Encoding is nothing but the transmitting side, and decoding is nothing but the receiving side. Okay, so this is only we can check in a practical information. Get ready for that. And if you have the laptop, Matlab, you just check with the Matlab installation, and there we can check with this all those information with the practical part. Okay, So now we can go with the practical session. So how many people knows about the Matlab? So now we are going with the practical session. How many people knows about the Matlab? So how many people knows about the Matlab? So Matlab is nothing but okay. So now we are going with the Matlab here. So whatever we have the 5G wireless communication. So for this we have to work with the communication part. If you want to improvise the communication, what we need to take here, we can check. So I am opening the Matlab. Wait, we can go with the practical section here. So before going to the practical session, you should know about Matlab. So Matlab is nothing but matrix laboratory. Along with this matrix laboratory, we can use a different type of applications. So it's about the software, one type of the software tool. We can use a C language here, and along with the C language, we can go with other languages, but mostly we can use only the C++ language here, the basic information. And here we have two options, or two more options also there. The first one is designing of in a simulation part. If you want to simulate anything with the toolboxes, we can go with the simulation part. And the next one is we can write the code, what you need exactly the code, we can write the code here with the language of C. And the next one, if you want to go with any graphical representation also we can use here. Okay, so here for our coding part, like for our communication part, we are going with the coding part, and sometimes we can go with simulation part also, like along with the toolboxes we can use, and we can design with the simulation. So now we will check with only the practical session with the coding part. So now you can see by using this Matlab, we can go with graphical representation, not only for the image processing, not only for the communications, not only for the antennas, we can use for the power electronics, IoT based, and embedded systems, machine learning, control systems. We have these many options. So by using that options, we can do all those prototypes and as well as working processes with the different type of the applications here by using this Matlab. So in this Matlab, we have different type of versions are there. So we have started with the 2017 here, 7 here. So when we started 2007 here, 2007A of Matlab we have started, but there we have less tools. So tools is nothing but what? Packages. So if you want to work with some technologies, the tools should be available. Otherwise you have to write all those information for the part. So that's why we are going with the different type of tools here. So every technologies and every hardwares or any software information, definitely we have updation steps. So previously in 2007, and we have less information for the modules and the tools, and next in 2008, 9, 11, 14, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay, so now we are in a 2021 version. So based on this 21 version only we are working here. So in this, the main information we have for actually every software we have different type of tools are there, right? So we already discussed about the software tools. Okay, now we can see Matlab tools here, what we need to use for the projects. So this is about the current folder. Current folder is nothing but what? So whatever you have the current files, that should be shown in a current folder. We can call it as a current directory. The next one is workspace. You can see here the workspace. Workspace is nothing but whatever you have the variable names and along with the values, you can see here. Okay, if you are running the program, the values are storing, that values should be stored in a particular variable here. The next one is command window. In command window, whatever we have the inputs and as well as the outputs, we can check here. The next one is if you are clicking on any .m files, what is our extension for the code? So m is nothing but .m. If you are saving, like if you are writing any code in notepad or anywhere, so you have to give the extension as the .m. But if you are writing code here, means no need to give any extensions. You can write the code, you can go with a new and you can go with the script, then it will open a new script and you can write any type of the code here. And we have some options here. The first one is CLC. CLC is nothing but if you have any data in command window, it will remove. Okay, so clear all is nothing but if you have any data here in command window and as well as workspace, then it will clear all the data by using clear all. For example, now you can see I'm just running the program. I'm not telling about any program. I will tell you after 5 minutes. We can check with that. You can see whatever we have the input values and as well as output values it's showing. Okay, so after completion of this execution, I will clear here. For that, for the clearing of command window, I can use CLC. For the clearing of information in a workspace, I can use clear all. So wait a minute, we have to wait for some time. So don't worry about the attendance link, we will share you at the end of the meeting. Now you can check here how many values are there in command window. Lot of values are there, input values and as well as the output values. Can you check here whatever we have taking the variables to storing the information and whatever we have the values in a particular variables it's showing. So now I am typing here CLC. CLC is nothing but what will happen here. Whatever you have the data in a command window, it will clear the data. The next one, if you want to clear the workspace values, then you can use clear all. Then you can see it's cleared here. And we can go with the small applications here. A is equal to 10 for example. And you can see it's showing A. Now I'm typing A and I'm getting A is equal to 10. So small addition arithmetic applications like operations, logical operations or any matrices applications, whatever you need, all those informations with the basic we can use in command window. So once check, you can try if you have the laptop, you can take A is equal to some value and B is equal to some value and do. Yeah, I didn't take any value now here, that's why it's showing error. B is equal to some value. Now you can do A plus B. So just try this one, within 1 minute I will get back. So if you are getting any issues, if you are not understanding anything, you can put in chat box and we can get the information, we will get back to you. Okay, So these are the basic things. Now you can see a plus b is equal to how much? A is equal to 10 I have taken and b is equal to 10 I have taken here, the 20. So like that we can go with any type of the applications here. I'm just clearing the information. So now we are going with the part of the code. So close all means we can close all those things. So now we are starting the uh, practical part. If you have the laptops, just try with this information also, but it's not a simple thing to write all those codes at a time. So now I'm taking here the information what I have. So here I'm taking different type of the modulations here. Okay, so if you want to improvise the technology, you have to improvise the communication, then you have to reduce the noise and you have to improvise the speed. So then how you will do? Based on the transmitting or receiving the information, and for that you have to work with the amplitude modulations or and the shift keyings. So now we'll go with amplitude modulation. So amplitude modulation is nothing but what? Whenever you are changing the modulation, only the amplitude and remaining frequency and phase is constant, then you can say that is the amplitude modulation. So in that I'm just going with the techniques. If you know the techniques, then you can go with easily along with the shift keyings. Okay, then you can see, can you check here, .m files are there and .mat files are there. .mat is nothing but whenever you are getting the information, that should be converted into a .mat file, means the matrix information it will give. So that purpose we are going to with this .mat file. Okay, so now first we can go with the BPSK. So phase shift keying, binary phase shift keying. So what is the binary phase shift keying? We can see. So binary phase shift keying is nothing but, so in a modulation technique only we have to improvise the technology. In binary phase shift keying, we have to take the data what we have, two different type of the phases we have to take along with the carrier signal, and if we have any cancellation process or anything is there, we have to check with that. So that's why we are moving this information. So now you can see whenever you are going with the binary shift keying, so if you have any signal information here, you can check with the signal information here. In this signal information, so whatever you have the original signal, for that original signal we have to take the binary modulated shift keying, phase shift keying. So binary is nothing but what? In the form of binaries like ones and zeros. So phase is nothing but what? Phase is nothing but, I will show you, very well. Paint process, in paint I will show you. So if you are saying a normal signal, amplitude is nothing but that should be in a same manner, but frequency is nothing but size is different. But when I am going with the phase, so if your signal is look like in this, again here the signal in end, again we have to start here only. So if you are going like that, then you can see that is only the phase shift keying. So here for this phase shift keying, we are working with the binaries information, that is only the binary phase shift keying. So by using this binary phase shift keying, how we can use for the communication part? Then we will check that information only here, how we can use this binary information, binary phase shift keying. So here whatever we have the transmitting and receiving the data, for that information we are taking, so transmitting a value and the receiving value, along with that we are taking SNR value and the numerical value. So like that we have to take some initial values to check the binary phase shift keying. So then what will happen when we are going with the binary phase shift keying? So we have to take the transmitting receiving the values and SNR values. What is that size we have to take, how many subcarriers you need for this, okay, how many symbols you need, how many data bits you need, and total number of branches how you need. All this information you have to take and you have to check with the error rectification, and then we can go with the BPSK modulation, binary shift keying modulation. And after completion of the modulation, it will show the comparison of the result. Here you can check with the result. So the SNR value always very less and compare with the remaining things. That is only we are checking the information here in BPSK. So here what we are doing comparison means comparison between the two memo. Like I told you already, for the communication we have multiple inputs and multiple output information system. Here for the multiple inputs and multiple output information, whatever we have the zebra crossing, and here whatever we have the comparisons. So for the SNR value and as well as estimated rate we have to check here. Based on that we can say exactly what we are doing with this communication part. So like that, if the SNR value is very less in the channels, then we can say that is only the best communication part here. The next one we are going with the quadrature amplitude modulation. So in quadrature amplitude modulation also, so we can do the same thing here. So we have to take same transmitting a value and the receiving a value. So what is nothing but QAM, quadrature amplitude modulation. So in phase what is that, binary phase shift keying is nothing but whatever we have the phases should change over there, okay, and we can remove the noise by using phase shift keying. Then what is the use of quadrature amplitude modulation? With this quadrature amplitude modulation, so along with this quadrature amplitude modulation, we can use for any type of the digital information or any analog information also. So then what will happen in this quadrature amplitude modulation? The amplitude will change in a quarter way. So here whatever we have the wireless applications, at any wireless applications we can use this quadrature amplitude modulation. Then how we are using this quadrature amplitude modulation? So here the nothing is there. We have to take the transmitting information, the receiving information, signal to noise ratio, and whatever we have the subcarriers, channels, all those things we have to take here. Number of the bits or number of the information, how much you need. All these parameters, what we have the parameters here, along with these parameters we have to find out the best bandwidth by using quadrature amplitude modulation. Okay, the same thing how we did for the BPSK. Here also we are taking the information for the signal to noise ratio and remaining channels and remaining transmitting and receiving informations, all data we are taking here, and we are improving the bandwidth here by using quadrature amplitude modulation. Now you can check with the result. We are running the program, then we can check with the result. So always it's improving the SNR value. When the SNR value is very less, and we can say that is only the better output. Okay, now you can check the result. So this is also for multiple input, multiple output information only. Then what we are doing here, whatever we have the information, and you can check initial values, like how we are taking the values, all values we can check here. So quadrature amplitude modulations we are taking like negative and positive values like this, and we are getting the double information. So each and every values we are taking here. Okay, so these are the values how we are getting the amplitude modulation with the quadrature, and we can see the result also here for this. So always the SNR value should be very low, then only we can get the best bandwidth. The next one we are going with, it's about the 16 channels we have. If you want to go with the much more channels, so actually whenever you are transmitting or receiving the information, so the channels should be free. Some channels should be free, right? But if you are selecting the channel information also, for example you have the channels, 10 channels are there, so you have to pick the better channels, exactly 6 channels you have to send the information from the source to destination. You have to take the 6 channels. Then what will happen here with the 6 channels? You have the 10 options, but you will take only the 6 channels. So whatever we have in 10, in that 10 we have to take exactly better 6. Then how you will take based on the clarity of the and quality information, and which one is better, based on that we can take here. So that's why, so whatever we have the channels, previously we have taken less channels, now we are taking the more channels. So again I am going with the much more channels. Now I am just running my program. You can check with my results. Okay, so now you can check here, whenever using channels, here you can see signal to noise ratio, how we are defining, how we are getting the information. So here for these multiple inputs, multiple output channels only, we are using this information, and so that's very low here. Okay, so with these also we can check. The next one is QPSK. So quadrature based phase shift keying. Actually we have 3 type of the phase shift keyings, right? So amplitude phase shift keying, frequency phase shift keying, phase. The phase only we can go with another one also with okay. So here now we are going with the quadrature phase shift keying. So for this quadrature phase shift keying, what we are using here? So the same thing, we have to take the transmitting, receiving, so SNR value, number of bits how much you need, number of the channels how much you need, and FFT. So fast Fourier transform how much you need, number of subcarriers, how many subcarriers you need, how many number of bits you need, number of symbols you need. Okay, so total number of bits how many you need, total number of the branches how many you need. Okay, so if you want to display all values, you can display the information. Okay, so I will explain you the final code, then you can easily understand what is the step. So here to improvise the quality, we have to take the less noise, and we have to improvise the quality by using amplitude for amplification here. So that purpose, first you have to take the initial values. So here I am telling transmitter and receiving for the users. So Tx is nothing but the transmitting value, and T is equal to 2. So I am taking the 2 value. Nr is nothing but the receiver side, 2 I am taking, receiving part. I am just taking the multiplication, and next I am taking the SNR value, signal to noise ratio value, within the variation of the in x-axis. In x-axis I am taking 0 to 14. So 0 to 14 is nothing but what? 0 to 14 means from the 0 I have to start. So 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, Like that you have to improvise up to 14. If you're running the program also, you can check here that maybe up to 14. Actually till now I didn't run this program, that's why it's showing. So previously you can check in a previous program also, maybe we have given there 20, right? So that's why it's showing up to what 20 graphical representation. This is about the graphical representation. So here also in QPS also I am taking for the graphical representation I am taking the values 0 is to 2 is to 14 is nothing but I am taking improvisation starting value is 0, ending value is 14, but how I want to take the values with the 2 values we have to take 0 plus 2 2, 2 plus 2 4, 4 plus 2 6, 6 plus 2 8. So like that up to 14 you have to take. The ending of the value also we should display in graphical representation. In x-axis I am taking SNR value. Next NB, number of bits. How many bits I need? Here you can see 8 lakh, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I think 80,000 bits we are taking here. Sorry, 8 lakh bits we are taking. So 8 lakh bits is nothing but, so bit is nothing but 0 or 1. Okay, so byte is nothing but 8. So here we are taking it in the form of bits information, 8 lakh information. So now what I have my length with the SNR value, number of channels I am calculating here based on the signal to noise ratio value, and I am just getting the number of channels how much I need. Next FFT size means fast Fourier transformation size I am taking here, and number of subcarriers, how many subcarriers I need to transfer the information, that subcarriers I am taking here. Next one is number of bits per symbols, like how many symbols you need for the orthogonal frequency based dimensional thing. So for this QPSK we are taking symbols, and number of symbols how many you need, number of total bits how many you need. Actually total number of bits not we have taken here. So basically number of how many bits we can take here which is taken, but for our project how much you need you can take here number of total number of bits. Next total number of branches, and we have if you need any decibel values how much you need. The next one, if you want to display the values you can display by using disp. Disp is nothing but whatever you have the values it will display the values here in command window. Okay, so that purpose we are using here disp. The next one is, so actually whatever we take until now we have taken the initial values for the representation of the QPSK, but so if you want to represent that those information you have to take the empty area. For example you can take, so in particular box you have all fruits, okay, so in another box we don't have any fruits, then you have to segregate the fruits. So then at the time what you will take, you have to take one empty data, empty box you have to take, there you have to fill with whatever you need the data you have to fill with the data in an empty box, right? Here also I am taking error of MMSELNP, means whatever I have the error rates I have to find out for the signal to noise ratio. That purpose I am taking zeros of 1 comma length of SNR, means I am just creating empty area here to display my signal to noise ratio value when I am displaying the data. So that purpose I am taking here the formula part, and whatever we have the information then we can display the information in a particular area. So we are not taking exactly the single value in our representation purpose, right? So if you want to go with a much more value for the representation purpose, you have to take the loop condition. So now I am taking the loop condition for the noise and how many changes you need for the QPSK modulation. So that purpose you have to take the loop condition here. For the loop condition to which you have to take, for what purpose you have to work out here, almost you have to take the less SNR value, you have to take the less noise here. That purpose you are going with this SNR here. So what you need for this loop condition, so basically we have taken the basic information, initial information, that one you have to apply for the modulation purpose of the QPSK. So that purpose I am taking SNR as the 10 and modulations. How many times I want to modulate? How many outputs I got here? 4, right? 4 is nothing but I'm taking here 4 types of modulation. QPSK I'm doing 4 times. Next one, for that purpose only, whatever I have the data, I'm taking the bits information, and after that I'm applying a modulation information, then I'm doing the reshape. Okay, so after completion of the reshape, I'm taking some mathematical part. I'm applying some prefix values here. Okay, first we have to actually, what is our process here? Whenever you are going with the information, QPSK or anything like any type of the modulations, what we have to do, you have to take the encoding, and after that you have to do the modulation, then you have to transfer the information and demodulation. Okay, so now we have to do here encoding, and how we will do the encoding? First we have to do the modulation, and we will think like why you want to do with the modulation and demodulation. Modulation, why we have to do means we should do like if you are sending the information directly to the receiver, that may be chances to lost the information, but I don't want to lose any information. I want to send the information, what I am sending the information, at least 95% I have to send the information. The receiver should receive the 95% at least. So if you want to do like that, definitely we should go with the modulation and demodulation. So that information only we are doing here. The first thing is we have taken the initial values, and after that we are applying the modulation, we are doing the reshaping process, and we are doing the modulation part what we need for all those things. The next one, we are taking some relays part here, channels part, fading we are doing, relays of channel fading we are doing, means we are taking some relays. Why you want to take the relays? If you are taking 2 more relays, means the accuracy will improvise. Okay, the channel accuracy will improvise, and it will give the better channels to transfer the information from the source to destination. That's why you have to take this. The next one, in receiver side, so already modulation is done, encoding and modulation is done, amplification is done in a transmitting side. Now you have to go with the receiver side. Then what you will do in a receiver side, again you have to, whatever you got the data previously, that you have to do the reshape, and you have to removing the cyclic of prefix, then you have to do the inverse Fourier transformation. Because we have done with the modulation, means you have to do here demodulation, right? So that is only removing of zeros, unwanted thing data we are removing, and inverse Fourier transformer we are doing for that one, and equalization means again we are doing the reshaping process. After completion of the reshaping process, we are doing the demodulation again here. After completion of this demodulation, then we can get the original signal. Okay, so that original signal, how many signals we can get here? 4 signals, because we are giving with the SNR 4 modulation techniques here. If you have any doubt in a loop condition, you can check. I will show you again in a modulation time. Okay, nothing, we are taking initial values, we are applying the initial values, and we are taking empty data. In that empty data we are doing a modulation. Whatever we have the input data, for that we are doing reshape, modulation, and we are applying some modulation techniques as a QPSK 4 times. Okay, and we are doing FFT information, and the encoding process is done, modulation is done. And if you want to if the receiver person should receive the information, means you have to demodulate the information by using demodulation, inverse fast Fourier transformation, and reshape, and you have to remove all unwanted things. Then you can send then receiver person will receive the information. That is only there here. Modulation and demodulation is there here. So again I am running my program, then you can check with the data. So it's giving the result, wait for some time. Yeah, some people are asking about the PPTs. You no need to worry. Just contact with the pantechelearning already. So they are assigning some attendance links, and as well as they are providing some links. So you can join with the WhatsApp and you can get the information over there. Okay. So now you can check whatever we have the information. So here we are taking multiple inputs, multiple output information with the zebra crossing, and you can check here 4 type of modulations of the QPSK. We are taking bit rate, error rate we are taking, and these are the SNR values. What we given 0 to 14 we have given 0 is to 2 is to 14 means 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 like that we got, and this is about the error rate, how much we got, very less only we got, and here you can see the noise disturbances how we have. If you are using how many channels, like how many beta channels, how many times you are doing the modulation, so it will give less error rate. Okay, so previously first we have the error rate is very high, after that the error rate is decreased continuously, you can check here. Okay, so this is only the error rate process. Okay, so this is about this is one type of the example application by using 5G communication step, how to improvise the accuracy for the purpose of noise disturbance, how to remove the noise disturbance, and how to improvise the channel estimation, how to improvise the channel selection. That is only we have done for the 5G communication here. So the next one, if you want to go with much more examples for this 5G communication, you can contact to the pantechelearning, and we can provide you the basic information. Okay, so till now if you have any doubts, you can clear the information, you can ask the doubts here, and we can get the clarity here. So is there any doubts till now? And we will get some doubts like here giving directly we are using only reshaper, some IFFT, then how we will get the information? Okay, so how we will get, so whatever we have the before, so how we are taking all this information, I will tell you here. Whatever you have the data before equal, that are the variables. You can take any type of the variables before equal. After equal, so we have the chances input, and we have to apply some techniques to the input. After equal we are doing that. Before equal, that are the variables, whatever you are taking NT/NR. After equal, that may be input. Otherwise whatever we have the input, for that we are applying some input technologies over here. Okay, so for the values we are applying some techniques. You can see here I am taking all our initial values, that's fine, but you can see here I am applying zeros, is nothing but what? Empty data. So if you want to know about this one, I will show you about the theoretical part of the zeros. You can check here. So what is nothing but zeros? So here you can see the zeros is nothing but examples also they will give here. So zeros is nothing but whatever you have the data. Okay, so empty data it will create, whatever you have the data. So 0 is nothing but 0 returns to the scalar. Okay, so if you want to take any type of the attributes, like we will think like how we are writing within a less codes, because whenever you are trying to get installation of the Matlab, I will show you the Matlab pictures, then you can easily understand. So Matlab installation, whenever you are starting the installation of the Matlab, there we have the tools. So that's why we are not taking anything directly, we are using attributes in our code. You can see like FFT zeros, okay, IFFT like that we are taking, length like that we are taking. What are that are the attributes what are available for the communication purpose here. Then you can check if you are taking any type of the values here. So I will show you one thing for you. Okay, so you can check this image. Whenever you are trying to get the installation like this, they will give the toolboxes for the control systems, for the communication. Can you see here? So for first one is the simulating process. They have given Next one is aerospace based toolboxes, they have given installation purpose. The next one, communication block sets and as well as the communication toolboxes, like that they have given. Okay, so we have the tools directly, so that's why we are writing less code here for the purpose. So like that we have to write the code, and based on our requirement we have to write the code and we should get the output. Okay, so this is only about the communication thing. So if you need much more information regarding for this, you can contact to these numbers. Our directors are Senthil sir and Srinivasan sir, and Kumaraswamy sir. And if you need any information, you can contact to this number. So till now, if you have any doubts, you can see again. Just 2 minutes, I will give a oral explanation. So 5G communication. If you want to know the 5G communication, you have to know the basic 1G, 2G, 3G, 4G, 5G with the examples how we are improvising all those things we have discussed here, and whatever we have the applications with the 5G technology we discussed here, and after that we just go on with the example of 5G communication, how we are improving the data for 5G communications. So this is the class for today. So hope you will enjoy the session. If you want to get the much more information with the practical and as well as the theoretical part, so actually here practical part is very high compared with the theoretical part, because students need in a practical way, then only they can understand easily. So this is only 2 hours workshop, that's why we got the less information for the practical part. And if you are going with much more, if you need much more information regarding for the wireless communication, not only for this wireless communication, if you want to go with any IoT, embedded, machine learning, deep learning, or any other type of the web technologies, power technologies, anything, okay, so we are ready to help to you. And once again I'm telling to thanks to KSRM College of Engineering Autonomous Kadapa. So thank you sir, again I'm telling you, so thanks for giving this opportunity. So if you want to get the certification, okay, so you have to fill the feedback link. Already we have provided feedback link, please fill the feedback link whatever we have. So no, some people are asking, is it only for one state? No, it's throughout the world, India, no problem. So you can get the information. And the next one is, so you can, if you need certification process, it's not only a 2 hours workshop. If you fill the certification, if you attend this course workshop, and you will get the certification with the government sector only we are providing. It's very useful to all people here. So it's very useful to all people here who are trying to get a more technologies, all those things. And by using these certificate, if you are going to the interviews, it's very useful to you, because if you learn anything here, if you are going to the interviews, it's very useful to you, and you can get easily marks over there. And not only for this, if any person trying to do the masters, for that also it's very useful for the credits, it will give the credits also. And one thing, if you're like this information, so you can go to the Google Chrome and please give comments, positive comments, whatever you understood, whatever you got the information here with this. So go to site Chrome, then type pantechelearning Hyderabad, then click on that, and here we have the reviews rating is there. Go to the review options, Google reviews, then you can write any Google reviews here. Okay, so actually we have done lot of workshops like projects, all over things. We have given support to the PhD people also. If you need any requirement regarding for the projects or any other those information, you can contact to here. Okay, so some people are telling it's only for a particular state. No problem, just to fill the details, Okay, you can get the certification, no problem. Okay, so here just go to site. So type pantechelearning Hyderabad. We have different type of branches in AP, Telangana, Chennai, Coimbatore, so like that, Pune. If you need any information, you can get the information. Yeah, so some people are asking, I will rectify the problems. So in between, please give Google reviews here, pantechelearning Hyderabad. Go to the site and go to the reviews. So please give your reviews here, what you understood here. So I will rectify the problem. Some people are asking some problem here. I will rectify that one. In between, you can fill the Google reviews.
Okay, sir.
So no need to worry about any information because now only I have checked with that. So please fill the form and you can get so don't worry about anything. So please fill the form, Google form, and you can just go with the Google reviews. So don't worry, some people are asking about the issues now. That's not a problem. You can fill the details. It's not only mandatory for particular things. It's useful to all people. Okay. So actually, it's not about only particular state. Okay. So we didn't mention anything over there. Some people are thinking it's like that. It's not only for the single person, it's for all people. Okay, and it's useful for any type of if you are attending any type of interviews or any masters, it's very useful to you. Okay, yeah, some people are asking about the certification. After completion of this information, based on your attendance and based on your details, we will get you the get back to you through the mail or WhatsApp within a 1 week. Okay. So thanks for giving this opportunity. Once again, thanks to KSRM College. So hope you will understand this session. So thanks to all people who are attending this session. Thank you. So please do subscribe our channel, and if you are subscribing our channel, we are providing free internships and as well as sometimes free workshops we are providing 30 days like that. If you need any information, it's very useful to you all people also because the basic information what people need, what students need, that information we are providing here for the free cost also. Okay, so you just go with that, and every week we have the webinars, we have the workshops. If you need to attend any information, you can attend the information here, so you can get within a less time only. And if you need any information regarding for the coding part or any presentation parts, we already provided a WhatsApp link. Okay, there you can get the more information. Okay, so thank you. Thanks for attending the class. Thanks for your support. So thanks to all people who are attending. Thank you very much.